Hello, my people. I'm doing a new, I'm doing a new, Final Fantasy. I'm doing a new. Okay, let me gather my brain. Again, I don't write a script or anything for what I'm gonna say, so I just literally say whatever happens to come out of my mouth. Oh, obviously. Anyway. I'm doing a new Let's Play series, and this one is going to be Final Fantasy 1 from the FF1 and 2 Dawn of Souls collection on the GBA. I'm using the Visual Boy Advance emulator. Thank you, YouTube, for teaching me how to do this. With a recorder, at least. So now, let's get started. Funny story, I was actually going to do this earlier, and I recorded like 30 minutes or something of video for this, and by habit, I use save states a lot, so by habit I pressed like F1 or something, and I switched to a totally different file. So the save file I was using for my LP basically was made non-existent. Because the save files aren't saved by Visual Boy Advance, they're saved by the game. It's by the game file itself. So yeah, that didn't work out too well. So I lost like 30 minutes of video. Thankfully, I didn't get very far, and it didn't do anything really important. So yeah, there's that at least. Okay. Enough of my stupidity. Let's get this show on the road. Oh. Press start. New game, of course. Before I started doing this LP, I went on Facebook and I asked a bunch of my friends, hey, I'm going to be doing this LP, does anybody want to join up? And a lot of them were like, yeah, sure, hell yeah, let's do it. So basically what I did is I'm going to name myself as the warrior. I don't know why, I'm a sword kind of guy. And I'm going to name the other three characters after some good friends of mine. So we've got Ryan the Monk, who in the 30 minutes of video I recorded was actually kicking some serious ass. I'm sorry, but. I should say but. My mother always tells me not to do that. We've got Katie, the White Mage, who is actually, well, not too bad, really. And then we've got Mina, who is the awesome, the Major Awesome. Why? Because she can cast a fireball, and it goes boom into your buttocks. I read somewhere that the positioning of your party members can affect how often they are attacked. I'm gonna have to look that up sometime so that I can know where to position my two mages, because they're not very adept at taking blows as well as the warrior and the monk will be. So yeah, let's get this party started. I'm serious. I'm super excited. I love playing games like this where you can name all the characters, because then you know it feels like you and all you know you name it after like your friends or your family members, and it feels like you're going on this huge epic adventure instead of having like these characters who are totally pointless because you have no real attachment to them. I mean, you have no physical attachment. Unless, something big in the story happens. And in FF1, there really wasn't any gigantic, awesome story going on. Not that I ever saw. I mean, you kind of just, I mean, the most story I ever got was that there was a princess who was kidnapped by a knight, and you kill the knight, and you return the princess, and it kind of just goes from there. I mean, you're returning crystals that are super magical, and they keep the world together, and you return them to people. Or you return them to make them shine again, and that was it. that's basically the entire story, is you're returning crystals and making them shine. Don't know why, but apparently you are. Doesn't make much sense to me, but okay, sure, why not? Shiny, sparkly, shiny, sparkly! Adventure ho! Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is... No. Haven't killed anything yet, so we can't really fill that up. Now we're going to change the window color, we're going to change the message speed. We're going to set the B button to always be dashing, that way we don't have to hold it down. So now we can move back and forth like crazy. Whee! Unless someone like this stupid freaking dancer lady gets in our way. I have to cross the bridge. I don't want to cross a bridge. You know what I hate about this game? He's like, you have to cross a bridge. Okay, we're gonna get some leather armor for Ryan. We're gonna get some chainmail for myself. Interesting thing about... Okay, let me give a quick rundown of these 4 classes here. There are more. There's like 2 more classes, but these are the ones that we're using. Okay, you've got your warrior. He is going to be like your tank. He's going to be able to carry... He's going to be able to wield most weapons and armor. And he's going to have the most hit points, the most strength, the most defense. Well, not really the most strength, but definitely the most HP. And he's going to be like, you know, your big... So he's going to be almost untouchable when it comes to physical attacks. Ryan, the monk, is... He's going to be your, like, really big powerhouse. I mean... let me... He's going to be your physical DPS in MMO terms. He's going to be doing, like, all your physical damage, basically. This guy is, once you get him up to a certain point, he's not going to really require any sort of... actually, he really doesn't require any weapons right now. Yeah, eventually it's going to get to the point where he's not going to need... I don't want a freaking staff! I'll get rid of that when I can. And that. Okay. Let me gather my thoughts. Okay, yeah, your monk is basically gonna go barehanded throughout the entire game, because that's how he does a lot of his damage. Most of his damage is gonna be done barehanded. He's gonna be the one who's gonna be doing all the physical damage. I say all, it's gonna be most of it. He's physically the strongest character, basically. And eventually it gets to a point where even armor becomes obsolete, except for, you know, like magic-resistant kind of stuff like that. You know, status effects sort of things, like ribbons and such. Katie is the white mage, and the white mage is your heal and support character. It's your cleric, your priest. Unfortunately, she's not very capable of taking physical blows. But she's gonna have a lot more, Okay, I say that, and apparently I'm wrong. Huh. Weird. Anyway. She's not gonna be very adept at taking damage, but she's very good at healing it. And she's going to be able to obtain the highest level magic spells for the highest level white magic spells. Your black mage, yeah, Mina the black mage is basically the exact opposite of the monk. She is going to have she's going to be the one who's going to be casting fireballs and all that sort of stuff, and, you know, she's going to be doing all the offensive magic that's going to harm your enemy. And she also has a couple of debilitating things like sleep, or things that lower your enemy's evasion rating and such like that. And she's also got a few spells here and there that help your party out. Like there's Temper, which doubles the attack rate of your characters. So instead of making 2 hits in one attack, you get 4. And considering that the monk is going to have a lot more attacks per round than the warrior, that's going to come in very handy. Okay, nobody here needs a frickin' staff. I don't know why. I don't know. We need a rapier for myself and a hammer for Katie. Oh, and while we're here, we should sell off this stuff, because we're not going to use it, like, ever. And also, this is one of those FFs where the character you get at the very beginning of the game, that's all you're getting. So you can't switch party members or anything. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm kind of sleepy. Okay, Cure restores a little HP to one ally. Dia comes in pretty handy against undead monsters. And there's going to be a lot of those in certain areas. I don't even bother with raises caster's evasion. I don't even bother with that. I go with Protect, because that way you can help everybody. And since you don't have a red mage who's capable of using Protect as well, then yeah. Oh, also, people who decide to get a red mage, be reminded that there are certain spells they can use, and there are certain spells they can't use. They can't use the full array of white magic. They can't use the full array of black magic. They can just use a little of both. So if you decide to, like skip out on a black belt, or if you decide to skip out on a monk or, a warrior and put a red mage in your party instead, you can use that red mage for physical attacks, because they're capable of using swords and chainmail and stuff like that. To a certain extent, but not quite as well as the warrior. But they're also capable of using certain spells that, black mages and white mages can. So you can use them to kind of support. Like, if you give your white mage 3 certain spells, but you also want them to have this other one, you can just toss that on your red mage instead. That way you don't have to worry about, leaving certain spells out. Focus lowers one foe's evasion, or Sleep, which affects all foes. I think I'd rather use that instead. Who's calling? Higgs Texas Com. Don't know who that is. Wow. I didn't realize we were so low on money. Just lazy. Okay, so now we have a full little set of spells. Okay. If you're wondering why the warrior and monk don't have MP at all, the monk will never ever obtain MP, even after he's upgraded. The warrior will never obtain MP until he's upgraded. And what happens is, a certain point comes in the game where you get an item from a really long, well, not really long, but you get an item from a certain location, you bring it to this one character, and this character upgrades all your entire party to the next rank of their class. And the warrior's next rank allows him to use some low-level white magic, which will gift him with MP. But it's recommended that you do this early on to avoid crazy crap happening. And by that I mean, wow, why is it glitching so badly? It's recommended you upgrade the warrior and the black belt and such early on, so that you start obtaining magic points or MP a lot faster. per level. Like, instead of gaining like a couple per level, you'll end up doing like 13 per level or something like that. Go now, rescue my daughter Sarah. La 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 la. Hey, wait a minute, is that the same Sarah that's in FF13? And 2? By the way, FF13 2 sucks. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, I hated it. I mean, I hated it with a well, okay, I loved it, and then I beat it, and then I hated it. And those of you who've played it and have beaten it without getting any of the DLC, you know what I mean. You know, it's kind of like, it's like, it was one of those games that was made in 2012, so, you know, everybody knows that 2012 is like the year for bad endings. And that was probably the one thing that totally screwed it up, aside from having only 2 characters. But that, you know, I was okay with that, I guess, kind of, sort of. The story was a little confusing, I guess, but it was still pretty cool. Died. Yeah. Yeah, see, literally, I told you, I don't have a script. I just kind of, whatever I say is literally off the top of my head. I just kind of roll with it. I'm thinking about maybe making this a silent LP, you know, without commentary, because there's really not much to say, honestly. Yeah. Yay, levels up. HP increased by 26. HP increased by 25. MP increased by 16. And you get level. HP increased by 1. MP increased by 17. You know, sometimes the idea of how they level and what they gain per level kind of confuses me. I can understand that they're all gaining HP, and, you know, mages are all gaining MP, but I don't know, sometimes I get a little confused on why, like, you know, just then, Mina only gained like 1 MP, or 1 HP. This, that's a little strange. Anyway. Oh, who the hell is calling? I don't know who East Tex Com Health is. Give me a second, guys. Well, never mind. It's too late anyway. Okay. Yeah, didn't think so. Nobody called. Haha. Oh my freaking Jesus! That's a toll-free call. I don't have to answer them. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to submit you to the rant of telephone. Telephone rant! One hit, 20. Wait, how far do we have to go? 10. Yay! Come on. I know you people want to attack me. I'm so attackable. Wow. Why do they keep... Okay, you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to stop here, and we will pick up in a little bit, because these people keep calling me, and if they're gonna call me like 3 friggin' times in a row... sorry about that, guys. The phone rang again. It was those apparently people from some sort of doctor's service or something, and they just called to tell somebody that something was going on and they couldn't help them. Good thing is I left a message, so I can get them back later. Okay, we're gonna get, after this battle, we're going to rest up, then we're going to save, and, yeah, we're going to rest up, save, and I'm going to cut the vid, and we will be back after some major grinding. I'm serious. I'm the kind of guy who finds it really embarrassing for me to die on camera. Because those of you who have seen my Earthbound LP that I started recently, I died really quickly because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how anything worked. And that game really doesn't explain anything well, and it's also confusing as fuck. But, yeah. Yeah, we're going to save, and I'm going to save over this file, and then I'm going to save state over this file. That way I don't end up, you know, losing another 30 minutes of video, or who knows how much more later on. So, we're going to hit the first 4 save state keys, and we will cut the video and be right back.